Hello, punters, and welcome to the second episode of Locked In. I'm Sam Wood. Pat Allendorf joining me again. WOK, you look good, mate. And DJC, the Vortex, he's back from Bali, mate. I thought we were going to see a live cross from the pool bar. You were there for that long?
No, mate. I've done me dough there. I've had way too many Smirnoff ices, as the punters would have seen. Still managed to have a bit of a pun over there, which was good, and get to stay in contact with all the boys. Great holiday, but very happy to be back and ready to knuckle into some great racing this weekend.
I heard you came home because they ran out of coconut oil.
Yeah, I won't tell you about the last rub I got.
Hey, come on.
Patrick, what's the feedback been? What was your take on the first episode of Locked In, our first ever episode of Locked In?
Oh, do you know what happened after it? Got plenty of calls, plenty of messages, and from the feedback we got from the punters, we've had to stand down one of the originals, one of the OGs that was on last week, the first episode. Everyone would remember Nick, the King of the North, the King of Rockhampton form. I know Sunny Coast. Sunny Coast Cup is all mine. Well, mate, Bombassay is still running. They raced the clerk of the course home for a milkshake, and because of that, we've stood him down for a week, punters.
Sorry, Nick.
We've listened to the punters, and we've had to stand him down. See you, Nick.
His lay of the day in the write-up was... His lay of the day is going for... this is in members only. His lay of the day is going for, I believe, 5 in a row on the weekend, and he had the bopper. His lay of the day is so strong, he's getting them scratched at the barriers.
Oh, he's a lay king.
He's the lake. He's the lake. What care were you, mate? It looks like a bit of smile on your face, a bit more energy than last week, I hope. Far out.
Yeah, exactly. That's the pep talk I've got. So I'm keen to hopefully tip some winners. I was got one last week, but I'm just really keen. Let's just do it.
I haven't chosen any of your selections yet.
Yeah, you haven't. No. So
You've
this is
been
the week.
unselected.
This is the week.
I think WOK's still happy from that tab tournament he just won.
So what happened? Sorry. Was there something going on before we came into this chat?
Yeah, so I'll put it quickly for you. Pat's got no idea about this, so you'll find this quite amusing, I reckon. I haven't got Will's number and Will hasn't got mine, so I flicked him a message on Facebook and said, mate, send us through your number, because we're actually trying to organise how we're getting up with the Goldie, flights, trains, all that stuff. So I rang him. I was waiting for it. Pat's gone.
We buzzed him off. Anyway, tell the story. Keep going.
So I gave him a ring and it went, it rang out, and I thought, what am I going to do here? So I sent him a text message, and I'll read the text message here. It says, "Hi Will, it's Ben Richards here from Tab New South Wales. You have been selected as one of our lucky winners for a full Everest experience. The package includes limo to and from races, entry to a box for you and 6 mates, free alcohol and food package, $1,000 tab voucher used for the day, entry to the Everest after party with all the jockeys and trainers. Please give me a call back on my number. Cheers, Ben." And about literally 1.2 seconds later, I got a phone call. I said, "G'day, Ben speaking." He goes, "G'day, Ben, it's Will. Sorry I missed your call." And I, Sorry, mate, DJC here." And he went, "You fuck."
Oh, shit. Did he really have you?
He had me, because I was thinking about it, and I go, fuck, this is like the amount of money I put through Tab. I was like, surely I'm getting something back finally. And then I was like, this is too good to be true. And I'm just like, come back competing the horses.
They've given you a slot.
And then, exactly. And then, "G'day, Ben, how you going?" "Oh, fuck, it's DJC." So, that was good.
Too good.
What happened?
Can't tell you.
Mate. All right, boys, to kick us off this week, we're going to start with a boom question from our good friends over at BoomBet. Boom! Well, obviously, coming off the back of Zach Lloyd's suspension, I wanted to ask you fellas, should jockeys be able to bet on their own rides? WOK, I'm going to start with you, mate, then go to DJC, and then I'm going to go to Mr. Patrick. So tell us, WOK, should jockeys be able to bet on their own rides?
For me, I'd say no. I'm a bit of a mud punter, and I'm obviously not in the industry, but I think the rules are there, they're in place for a reason. We love the sport, and for the integrity of the whole game, you got to follow the rules. You know, you're doing it for the connections, you're doing it for the trainers, and you know, for the punters. So, you know, I think they need to all be on the same page. And you know, if you get caught punting on your own horse, then you deserve the punishment that you get, because yeah, we all love racing, but people look at it from afar and go, what's the go, when they see stuff like that in the headlines. So yeah, we make mistakes, we're human, but for me, I don't think you should be allowed to back your own horses.
DJC, what are your thoughts, mate? Interested to see
Mate,
this.
I'm a bit on the fence, mate. The traditionalist in me.
No, we don't
says
do any.
no,
We don't do any on the fence stuff here. We have
but
opinions.
the absolute degenerate punter in me says fucking oath. If I have got money on this horse, and then down the bottom of the screen it says J Mac, the jockey of this horse, has also put $1,000 on this, that fills me. That fills me with fucking confidence.
Well, that's not going to happen.
The only issue would be is if, you know, a jockey puts $1,000 on a horse, and then someone else gives them $2,000 to, you know, to not win.
Mate. I'm not sure if you. No. I'm not sure if you understand the concept of the show. But that's it. Pat, rebuttal. DJC is kind of leaning towards them betting.
Well, I'll go through this with you, DJC. If you're leaning towards them betting, it would be exactly like the share market. As long as they declare that they're buying shares in their own business on the share market, it's fine. As long as they declare that they're having a punt, that would be fine. But it's ridiculous because they can't do it. Like Wok said, it erodes the whole confidence in the sport. You can't have the quarterback in the footy going, I'm going to have 5,000 on myself to win this game. You can't have blokes playing golf saying, I'm going to have 5,000 on myself to win this game. Not only does it increase the pressure that's on them already, it also makes everyone question, oh, look at that shit pass. Look at that oh, did he drop the whip? Oh, he didn't take that gap. Oh, why hasn't he backed himself this time?
Yeah.
Every time a jockey doesn't back himself.
As well.
But like, you can't tell me that there's not jockeys out there getting their second cousin, sister's daughter to put bets on for them. It's come out. It's come out plenty of times before that so and so's cousin had so and so many bets on sports bet. Like it's.
But what it is, DJC, it's like speeding. It's like driving on the roads. You know, we all know it's ridiculous that you don't go 50 kilometres an hour sometimes. You know, there's no one's around. I can go 70 kilometres. I go 90 kilometres. But you're only an idiot if you get caught.
Yeah, true.
Oh, no one was around. I can do that. But still, if they're going through their sister's cousin, blah, 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 and they get caught, too bad.
All right, that's it. That's it. That's the chat. That's the chat.
Right.
That's the variety. I wanted to put a little bit of chat in there at the beginning of the show before we rip straight into these tips. I'll let the punters decide whether we do that again next week. Pat, I liked your thoughts. I don't think DJC understands the concept of the 45 seconds, but I'm sure you got all night to figure it out, mate.
I thought that was just for the tips.
Hey, Woodhead, let me tell you something that I would love to be able to do at work.
What? You want that buzzer, right?
Yeah, I'll take that buzzer.
Pat wants the buzzer at work, so when anyone just talks to him, we can just buzz him. All right, let's rip straight into this first race at Randwick. It's the Lonhro Plate over 1,000 metres. Current fave is $2.75. DJC, come in hot. You've got 45 seconds to convince the punters why we're backing your horse. Go.
No surprises here. Fellas, on with Sicilian. It's only had the one start in Group 3 Gimcrack when it faded late. It's had 2 trial wins since then. Draws barrier 1 with Timmy Clark on board for the Waterhouse, which you know what will happen there. Should lead, if it can, without too much pressure. It's going to be very, very hard to catch. Bang.
There was a little bit of stutter in that voice, wasn't it, boys? Did you hear it?
Was this...
I
couldn't read my own writing. I was trying to...
DJC, you gotta let other people talk on the show, bro. Gimcrack.
Oh, whatever.
Did you hear the little bit of nervous stuttering there, Wok?
Yep. I do that a lot too, so don't worry. I'm with you, mate.
Is there a lag on Wok's line?
Are you watching Home and Away on the side?
No,
I'll show this.
Pat, save us.
I'll show this
45
MF.
seconds. Go,
Oi.
go.
I'll show this MF how you're doing on this week's show. I'll put the white shirt on. Then you'll know.
Pat, your timer started.
Oh, mate, I don't care. All I need to say is one thing. Madeira Sunrise. J-Mac is stuck with. It's trialled beautifully. Just rip in. Get on. Get on. The trials are beautiful. There's not much to say about this race because they haven't had many starts But Madeira Sunrise for me. Get involved.
Very good. What go?
I'm with against Paddy. I'm with the stablemate. Mexico, good colt. Impressed in his debut at the Valley. Went down late to a handy one. Then wasn't disgraced in the Golden Gift against, the Blue Diamond favourite Barber. He's still got a lot of improvement to come. Brett Pebble's on. He's on fire at the moment. I think he's a good bet on Saturday.
But I'd say, wouldn't J Mac have got the choice? I thought
Is this the thing that Barber beat?
Yeah, Ben Barber.
Yeah, Barber beat him
wasn't
in
it?
the Golden Gift. Yeah, I'll be eating tacos if this wins on Saturday, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Race one, it's only early on the weekend.
Early taco.
Yeah, early tacos.
Red Ransom one on the weekend early.
It's 20 past 11 tacos in Queensland. Far too off for that. All right, very good. So, we're just trying to test this internet connection at the new office before we can start doing this live, because I'd have to go to the punters here because I've got no idea. None of you guys sounded convincing, but I will say this. Wok, you came into it with a lot more energy. Even though I do believe there's a lag on your line, you did come into it with a lot more energy, and I liked the taco line. So, punters, we're kicking it off with Mexico in the first.
More tacos.
Wok's got his first one on the board.
Let's go.
What's
boys.
the bet, Wok? Is it
Win.
just-
We'll go for a win.
Yeah, okay. Give us your bets with them, boys, okay? What are you having, DJC? Just a little Kirk's lemonade.
Are you pouring a drink, or have you got a bottle there that you're just using as a pissophone?
Patron, boys.
Oh, someone's
That's
having a day on the
That's
punt.
obviously all that's left in the house.
Yeah. Bit of cough medicine for Thursday night.
It's actually from the next door neighbours. I had nothing in here from Bali, so I had to go over and borrow this for the night.
Guys, can I get a cup of sugar and a bowl of tequila? Thanks. All right, let's get into it. Race 8 at Randwick. It is the Eskimo Prince Stakes over 1,200 metres. Let me bring up this boom bet market. They have our favourite as we speak at 7:15 on a Thursday night. Zoo Aft Cabin $1.96. Zoo Tiger $3.55. This is, apart from those two at the top of the market, it's a very, very open race. I'm going to start with you, Patrick. Tell us who you like in the Eskimo Prince Stakes.
DJC, I actually like the horse that we saw win in its first race ever, Osipenko. Went down in the Guineas on that, actually finished its last prep on a couple of heavy tracks, and then has come out in those two trials and gone absolutely brilliantly. I reckon they're half trying to hide this horse in the trials, so I've got Osipenko on top here. I think it's going to be a massive improver throughout this preparation, and it will or should be winning this race.
Been a good horse for members as well. The bet just straight win, Patrick?
Straight win, mate. Always straight win.
Didn't you have a pretty big bet on it, Sam? A multi or something, and it was meant to run but didn't, or it got scratched?
That was on the heavy track, I think.
That was
in the Guineas.
What was that? What was that multi?
It was the last leg, and you needed it for
It
something.
was a big multi, wasn't it? It was a big futures multi, and I had the
Yeah.
other two legs rock up. All right, DJ, so who you like in this race? Are you moving away from Aft Cabin?
No, definitely not.
True-
Tried my
true
hardest.
to form.
Tried my hardest to get it beat here, but I couldn't. As the punters know, I've followed this horse from pretty much the day it was born. I have a very high opinion of it, and believe it will win a Group 1 this prep. Recent trial was unreal. We get J Mac in the saddle. It's just a class horse, in my opinion. I think it's going to have a massive prep.
You got to give us a different bet. You can't just win bet on something at $1.95.
Each way, Wolverine at 35 to 1. Chris
Sorry,
Lee
no,
stable.
wait, hold on. We're not having a second bet. Maybe like a Quinella there.
Oh, is he putting together trifectas?
He's having a few bets in the race.
Oh,
we getting 40 numbers?
Quinella of Zoo Tiger and Wolverine top 4.
Oh, very well done. You're going to have to write that one to me because that is about 6 different bets. So, DJC with Aft Cabin. Pat, I'm not sure if you're surprised or your screen froze. Did you think DJC was going to take the $1.96 shot?
Oh, no, actually, I was just looking out the windows. I thought DJC was coming over to borrow something. So we were at home. Oh, he's coming over.
He's at the office. All right,
Close
Wok,
the
you got
door.
45 seconds to tell us who you're taking in the Eskimo Prince Stakes.
Yep, super keen on Zoo Tiger. Good colt, back from a 19-week spell. 3 trial has been super impressive. He's ready to go first up. Comes out of the Golden Rose where he was absolutely massive. Only got run down late by Jacquino. 5 winners have came out of that race, so it's a really good form race. Tommy,
trialling
Aussie
really
Tom's
well
on
this
him.
horse as well.
Yeah, he has. Aussie Tom's on, aggressive rider. Watch him. He'll give
leg
Zoo
up's
Tiger, a good run up front, and he'll be really, really hard to beat, I reckon.
Looking forward for Tommy coming here. I didn't know he was on it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Aussie Tom's on.
TLU Marquand.
Yeah, how good's that? TLU Marquand. Has he messaged you, Paddy? I didn't even know he was coming down.
He hasn't actually. His Sherpa has, Aaron. When we're having
Is he
dinner.
staying at Aaron's?
No, I think he's got money this time.
He got money, don't worry about that.
Well, not from his last stint here.
But his
He was no
first,
good,
his
yeah,
first time he came
last
here,
time.
A day, he won twice.
the first time he came here, he was just posied up with someone in a share house.
Yeah, like this gun group, one winning jockey from Europe comes over and he just sleeps on a mate's couch.
Super
Didn't
aggressive.
some jock-
He's
didn't
a
some-
gun.
He
Some
is a
jockey used to
gun.
sleep on Blake's couch.
Yeah, I can't remember who that was. Pat will remember.
Probably Bobby Lissa.
James Ennis, maybe, or someone like that.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, Tony Marquand,
Malcolm
he is a fantastic fantastic jockey, but a great bloke. We got the pleasure. Was it last time he was down? No, it was the time before that he was down. We went out for dinner with him and we had a crack
It was
at night,
the
actually.
night before the QE, wasn't it?
Was it the night before?
Or the night of?
I don't know.
It was a night. It was a night.
All I remember at the end of the night,
don't
there
drink,
was
though.
only 2.
I've got a day.
You wanna go
tattooed on my
home?
leg
Nah.
from him.
Oh, you
Yeah.
do too?
From him, he did it.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, good old Dave. He's retired, the big fella
Steady
too.
hands for a jockey. Yeah, he has. He has. All right, let's get into this. We're heading to Sandown Race 2. It's the Chairman's Stakes
Who's the
Hotel.
lock?
Oh, the lock.
Oh yeah, the lock. The show's name.
Zoo
I
Tiger.
know who he's going to go.
Zoo Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Double,
DJC,
baby.
You might get one this year. Yeah, that's it. Wok's got 2. He went 0 for 0 last week, and he's got 2 straight off the bat. Race 2
you
at
love Wok this
Sandown.
week. You gave Wok a pep talk, and now he's your little bro.
I think someone else is very keen on Zoo Tiger, which I think has helped Sam make that decision.
Has it?
You bunch of dogs.
Shush, DJC. Race 2 at Sandown. It's the Chairman's Stakes. 1,000 metres. Hey, Wok, you've been doing such a great job, mate. Just kick it off for us. Tell me who I'm selecting here.
Sarasana for me. Philly was super impressive on debut at the same track and trip. She's had a jump out in between, which is key, I think. She'll settle midfield, and she straightened up on the rail and absolutely smoked him. Nearly won by 3.5 lengths. So if she can, get on pay, or she should be around midfield again today. Not today, on Saturday. Dean Yendall sticks. He's in good form. Been riding over in NZ and had a couple of winners for Tiakau. Should be right in. This is Philly from Barrier 7. So I think she's a good bet against the favourite.
Yes, currently it's actually the market mover at the moment, coming into $2.60. And I think literally since we've been talking, it's taken over VC. DJC, who are you liking?
Mate, I'm going with Extremely Wicked here at 10-1.
How
here we
good's
go.
that? He's put a roughie in there.
Mate, on debut at the Valley, set the pace for the majority of the race before getting pipped late by Croatian Bell, who looks like a pretty decent horse. Get barrier 2, so it's going to be positive again from that barrier, and obviously will have come on from last start. Happy to have a play at 10-1.
Extremely wicked. Here we go.
Yeah, last start at Moonee Valley, I don't think it handled the short, the corner there, so I think the big straight at Sandown will be beneficial here. Got in before the buzzer, so suck
Still
me.
talking. Still talking.
He's talking to the buzzer.
How come his voice is overriding the buzzer? I don't actually understand how this works. Pat, who you with?
Who am I with, mate? First, before I get into it, doing form on first starters in Melbourne is sad. You can hear yourself eating chips and scratching yourself. There's no commentary. Just pay a commentator $50,000 a year or the apprentice commentator to commentate the jump outs, please. Far out. VC on top for me, mate. Flemington in the straight was shooting the breeze. It just paddled home. It was just absolutely flying under hands and heels and running away from them on the line. So that 2-year-old got it for me. Who knows with the jump outs? I couldn't put myself through it after watching one. They just make me sad.
Yes, it is a lonely life watching Melbourne jump outs, isn't it? Some of them they don't even televise, so you can't expect them to.
Some of them are not even wearing the right colours. They're just wearing a piping hot shirt or a bloody whatever they've got.
A rashy.
Yeah. I can't believe it. And then it's like, oh, that horse is running in a $14 million race on the weekend. Oh, okay. No one could commentate the trial? Oh, jeez. Did you think there'd be a school of commentators that'd be like, oh, I'll go out there for some experience, throw me on the telly? Like, there'd be 4,000 people watching the replay of this jump out. Surely that's good exposure, but nah. No thanks.
Well, you know what? Just because you've just had a whack at everyone. We're going with VC, Patrick.
Me and Wok. The two favourite sons. And then the bloody...
I know. Honestly, DJC's tipping a 10-1 shot. I didn't think it would happen at all this season. He comes up straight off the bat with it, and guess what? I couldn't even do it because he talked right through the buzzer.
Pat literally just spoke for 4 minutes.
I forgot to do the timer for Pat. Sometimes I forget to do the timer for him and Wok. DJC, I'll let you kick us off. Sandown Race 7. It's the Jeffrey Belmain Stakes over 1,300 metres. Who are you tipping? Tell us why. Tell us why we're following your bet to finish us off for tonight.
I'm with Rote to Arataki here. Was awesome last start, winning by a nice margin. I think it's a horse that's going to appreciate the long 500-metre Sandown straight. JCar in the saddle, coming off a big win in Sha Tin. Should be looking to find a nice spot and obviously let down with a big, nice, sustained run. Great odds too at around 6-1.
Where are you getting those odds from, big fella? Just because we'll have people asking that. I'm seeing it about $4.60. Still,
it's come in and on NEDS earlier, I got it at $5.50 but boosted to 6. So
yeah, I'd say so. I'd say this has moved because it is the market mover at the moment. Well, Roach to Arataki. Yeah, he's the smart money. Oh, this puts you in. Listen, right now, and I'll put the pressure on the two favourable sons. Right now, DJC's got it. He's got the lock right now.
It's the only tip.
I don't think it's a co-host on this show. Far out. All right, Wok, come on, mate. High energy. Give us what you got.
Boys, this is the bet of the weekend. Rose Quartz. She brings the right form via the second in the Standish after finishing with an length of Jigsaw. He comes out, franks the form. The only query is back end of 1,300 for me, but her last 5, she's been in group and listed company. Long straight, like DJC said at Sandown. She'll wind up, Harry Coffey in the saddle, barrier 2. She's, for me, best bet of the weekend. Get on.
Oh, just like that, DJC, it's taken. Wowee. That is unbelievable. Best bet of the day. Rose Quartz, 485. It's actually drifting in the market a little bit, but that's okay. It's early days, guys. We give you early tips. We give you early bets. Patrick, I'm going to put the timer on this one. Good luck.
A 4-year-old mare's race. Can you believe it? Yes, you can believe it. That's what we're tipping in. I like
this is Nick's fault. The races he selected.
Yeah, you can have some of my time.
Are you sure he didn't say don't do these for?
You had it again. I didn't even get a tip. I didn't even see a tip in 45 seconds.
Pat, you got 30 seconds.
Oh, Excelita for me, mate. I looked for the most honest mare to run ice bath to half a length. That's good enough for me. This is a very open mare's race, and Excelita is the most honest one in it.
Oh, well done. Well done. That is absolutely fantastic. I can't believe DJC, if you stopped.
If you were born with 4 million words, you'd be nearly at the end of them.
That's why you can't go on Twitter. You know what?
Chatty on the Patron.
Yeah, that could be what it is. He gets chatty on the tequila. DJC, mate, that was still pretty convincing, I have to be honest with you. I like the better that. This is a tough one. See, this is the one I put to the punters as well. I've got to go with Wok's best of the weekend. Rose Courts.
Don't worry, DJC. You'll be back next week because they can't punch you if they haven't selected any of your locks.
That's true, actually. I'll go DJC with this one. Rose Courts. Wok's Lock. Wok's Lock. That works. Oh,
Wok's
fantastic. DJC, look, we're wrapping up. The outro music will start coming over this, but what did you think of your first go on Locked In?
Probably still need to get my head around the cogs.
Thank you, boys. Appreciate it. This is my new favourite show. Thank you, Wok. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, DJC. We'll see you next week, guys.
Thanks, boys.
That was good.
If that's not the best episode ever.
That's too good. Everything works on that. Everything works on that. If anything.
Oh, do you know what? The only thing doesn't, you just forget to do the lock sometimes.
I'll hear about that from Blake tomorrow.
Oh,
What are you
don't worry.
forgetting
I haven't seen a wedding the other month and I forgot to announce the bride and groom coming.
Oh, here they are.
That's what Erin said when I looked at her. She's like, David, you're still out there. Oh, fuck. I thought we'd just get started.
Oh, that was a good.
That was a great show, boy.